British High Commissioner to Ghana Harriet Thompson in an interaction with personnel participating in a special military operation taking place in the next few days. Codenamed Flintlock, the military exercise will draw over 1,000 of these men and women from about 30 countries seeking to share and exchange expertise on how to deal with complex security challenges.
To continue to echo about Flintlock in total is that this exercise is built upon mutually beneficial relationships based on trust. Trust amongst countries and trust amongst democracies that aren't parasitic to each other.
The Republic of Ghana will this year serve as the headquarters to this military exercise, together with their Ivorian counterparts who hosted the entire exercise last year.
For this year, we have 29 different countries participating in the exercise. Apart from the 29 different countries, we have some countries that are here as observers. So going forward, so you can see the whole spectrum, and it's not just West Africa. It's a global thing. I mean, there's a time not to just think about yourself, because if it attacks you, it attacks everybody.
Spearheaded by the U.S. Special Operations Command Africa and the United Kingdom government, Flintlock intends to also strengthen the ability of key partners in the region to counter violent extremist organizations. The UK High Commissioner to Ghana, Harriet Thompson, believes this will present an immense opportunity to participating countries.
It's a huge opportunity. I mean, first of all, it's a huge exercise with 29 different countries taking part, 1,300 troops involved. There's huge opportunity for them to learn from each other as we undergo this exercise, and that's the point of the exercise. We're very confident that things will go wrong along the way. There'll be an enormous number of lessons to be learned, and by having countries working side by side alongside each other, they will really understand how their counterparts in different countries do things. They'll learn some from people with tremendous experience of managing this sort of operation, and hopefully, as a result, be better able to deal with this kind of a scenario should it actually come to pass.
How many, in terms of the troops are we expecting to arrive here in Accra to participate in that exercise?
So the exercise is taking place across 4 different sites, 3 of them in Ghana, here in Accra where we're hosting the headquarters, also up in Tamale, or near Tamale, and near Sogakope, and then in Côte d'Ivoire as well. So 4 different sites. Most of the troops will be out of Accra, taking place in the sort of operational exercise, whereas the joint task force headquarters is what we're hosting here in Accra, where they will be overseeing, commanding, making sure things are staying on track, helping with the planning, etc.
The government of Ghana has often advocated for an African solution to the emerging threats in the Sahel, a reason for which it is propelling the Accra Initiative, which has no foreign intervention. But how will this latest Operation Flintlock complement the pre-existing efforts by the West African leaders?
So the skills that will be exercised during the next couple of weeks through Flintlock are precisely some of the skills that the countries who are members of the Accra Initiative are going to need to be able to draw on as they together face the threat that exists already in some of the countries in this region, and we worry about extending to others. So things like being able to respond to a crisis, engaging with local communities to get the intelligence to really know what's happening in an area, being able to work jointly across different countries, including where there's a language barrier. All of these things are crucial for the members of the Accra Initiative to be able to work together and stop the extremism from spreading and then go and counter it in those countries where it's already causing such devastation.
And I see that as part of the brief, we're told that Flintlock will provide a critical training opportunity for special operation forces. Given the fact that the sub-region is facing the threat of extremism, will this be part of the package that, for instance, the Ghanaian troop and that of those from Côte d'Ivoire, is this something they would be benefiting from? But I'm asking the question because of the deteriorating level of security in the Sahel, with fears that may spill over into relatively peaceful and stable democracies such as Ghana. So even if it's not part of Flintlock, from your side, as the UK government, are you considering something similar to Flintlock and other interventions just to help Ghana out of that situation?
Yeah, so the support that we provide to Ghanaian armed forces is developed in partnership with Ghana. So as Ghana sees the threats that it is going to need to respond to, we work together to make sure we're supporting Ghana to be able to stand up to those threats. Special operations is absolutely a core part of that, precisely as you say, as we see extremism sadly taking a stronger foothold in this region. We've been working closely with Ghana as it's been developing its Special Operations Brigade, the training that's required for that, the legal framework that's required for that, the plans for how that capacity is going to develop over the next 10, 15 years. That's all something that's a core part of what we work on jointly with Ghana.